Hare Krishna. To offer my humble obeisances unto all of you who are here in this platform of meeting. I think you're doing this every day, chanting your rounds attentively amongst all the devotees. I'm very happy to be with you all this morning. And today is Diwali, so happy Diwali to everyone. This is very auspicious day, the day before Govardhan Puja. It is very auspicious, both days, Diwali, whereby the the day that commemorates the um, binding of the love of Mother Yasoda, and Lord Krishna accepted that love of Mother Yasoda that she offered or gave to him 5,000 years ago. That we were there the other day at Kalband, the place where in Gokul, where the Lord's pastimes happened when Mother Yasoda bound Lord Krishna with a rope and a wooden grinding mortar, but more is that symbolizing that the love of Mother Yasoda towards Lord Krishna. And tomorrow, we're observing the most auspicious day of Govardhan Puja. The whole world, especially in the ISKCON or the Gaudiya tradition, followers of Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya, we celebrate Govardhan Puja. It's most auspicious because, again, the Supreme Lord's pastimes are unlimited, but there are specific pastimes that we remember the most. And Govardhan Puja, or the lifting of Govardhan, is one of them. Of all the pastimes of the Supreme Lord, the sweetest is that of the Balya Lila, the childhood pastimes. Mm. So this pastime of the Supreme Lord occurred 5,000 years ago. He was about 7 years old, very young. Um, and at the same time, he's very matured that time. So when the Lord performs his pastimes, many things happen or accomplished all at the same time. Specifically in this pastime, the Lord's he gave his darshan to his devotees, the Brajabasis, headed by Nanda Maharaj, Mother Yasoda, the elderly gopis, the young gopis, his sakas, his friends, and even the animals, every living entities, uh, moving living entities, and even yes, the whole of Vrindavan, practically the whole Brajabasis, they had darshan of the Lord non-stop for 7 days. And this is their most cherished desire, to be with Krishna and have Krishna to have his darshan, um, 24 hours, but not just 24 hours this time, but actually for 7 days. So Giri Govardhan, the Govardhan Hill, there is also in the eternal pastimes of the Supreme Lord in the spiritual world, which is the topmost, is the Goloka Vrindavan. Govardhan also is present. The pastimes of the Lord, uh, they are eternal. Some of them are naimitika, some of them are occasional. Like the pastimes of the Lord in the material world, some of them are occasional and some of them are eternal. It also happens in the spiritual world. It's like the rasa dance, Uh, it is eternal. It's going on in the spiritual world, and it also happens here in the material world, especially in the Boma Brindavan. Twice, once in the autumn, and one is during the springtime, Vashant. Um, so now this Govardhan Hill, in the beginning, it says the history goes, the history of Govardhan is that Srimati Radharani, she wanted to have pastimes with Lord Krishna in a way that she wants to have more intimate pastimes with him. And it says that Lord Krishna, deep within, he meditated, deep within his heart, and the Govardhan Hill manifested. Now, Govardhan Hill, those that time is very, very big. It's very expansive, very, very big. Says that the mountain, Giri Govardhan, it says that when he manifests, because Govardhan is none different than Krishna himself, is both Bhagavan and Bhakta Shrestha, very dear to the Supreme Lord. He says that he be he became like 100,000 yojanas wide, 1 billion yojanas long, and 500 million yojanas tall. So that's quite huge. A yojana is 8 miles or about 12 kilometers. It was Govardhan. The hill expanded so much and so quickly that the inhabitants of Goloka became fearful. Therefore, Krishna slapped Govardhan, chastised him. Why are you expanding so much? You're covering everything. Stop. And Govardhan stopped. So now, the Govardhan that we're seeing right now, or having darshan, if you go to Vrindavan and you go to Govardhan, it says that no, no more than 80 feet. That was few years ago. A Govardhan Hill was transferred in the very beginning. Govardhan Hill uh, was about 25 kilometers in height, taller than the Himalayas, according to the Garga Samhita. So when Lord Krishna, he decided to come to the material world to perform his Leela, Shrimati Radharani was asked, I want you to come with me. But Shrimati Radharani, in the beginning, she was very hesitant, but eventually she conceded and she asked, I will only come with you if Govardhan is there, if Yamuna is there, and if Brindavan is there. So these three, may say, personalities, because everything in the spiritual world, they're fully conscious. Even Govardhan is fully conscious. One must be very careful when you go on parikrama. Right now, when we go on parikrama, it takes about 6 hours, between 5 to 6 hours, about 22 kilometers in the diameter, the whole parikrama route. But in those days, it was like much, much wider and bigger. And Govardhan was cursed to sink one size of a mustard seed every day. According to the story from Garga Samhita, it was told by Sananda to Nanda Maharaj that Govardhan initially appeared on Salmaladweep, one of the 7 islands that make up Bhumandala. And Srimad Bhagavatam describes that there is a Salmali tree there, said to be the home of Garuda, the bird carrier of Lord Vishnu. So in the middle of that island, Govardhan took birth from the wife of Dronachal, one of the leaders of the great mountains of this universe. So the mountain, Dronachal, um, the wife of Dronachal gave birth to Giriraj. Even though in Goloka he was in a gigantic form, he became here smaller. And when he appeared, all the important mountains like the Himalaya, Sumeru, came and bowed down before him. They circumambulated him, worshiped him, and offered prayers, glorifying him as the personal mountain of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and the King of all mountains. Giri, Raj. Raj means the king, so the king of mountains. And they prayed, obeisances to you who are the crown of Goloka and who sit on Vrindavan's lap, obeisances to Govardhan, the umbrella of the Supreme Lord. So Govardhan is quite huge and very full of varieties of life. That's why it says also, yes, Giriraj is also servant, the best of the servants. Hantayam Adrir Abala Haridasa Varya. This is from the 21st chapter of the 10th canto, chapter 18. Srila Vishwanath Chakrabarti Thakur, Srila Jiva Goswami explained that Govardhan is none different from Krishna because he accepts the offerings, he receives the offerings, and simultaneously the topmost servant because he provides water, caves, grass, shade, and rasa facilities, filled the settings for the Lord and his devotees. So in Vrindavan, one can attain pure bhakti immediately. Vrindavan is an extension of Lord Balaram's energy. That means this is the function of Lord Balaram to be the Supreme Personality Servitor of Godhead. And as Kali Yuga progresses, Yamuna, also one can give pure love of Lord Krishna immediately, but we are not going to have Yamuna as the Kali Yuga progresses more and more. So Yamuna will disappear. Same with Vrindavan. Vrindavan will be like a forest as Kali Yuga progresses. But the only thing that will remain in Vrindavan is the dust, Brajaraj. Even Govardhan Hill will also disappear as time progresses because of the Pulascha Muni, whom he, during his travel, he lived in Kasi, and somehow he saw, he had darshan of Giriraj, he became enamored by his beauty, and he asked the father, Dronachal, that I would like to have him, like to bring him to my ashram because Kasi is like a desert. So Dronachal was very, very unhappy. He was crying. But then Giri Govardhan says, okay, I will go with you. He told to Pulascha Muni, I will go with you provided that in one condition, that wherever you will put me down, you will not be able to lift me up. So, but Pulascha Muni was asking, how am I going to carry you? You're huge, you're big. Don't worry. You'll be able to carry me with your hands. And therefore, Giri Govardhan was lifted by Pulascha Muni. But then they were passing by in Vrindavan, and knowingly, Giriraj, knowingly that the Supreme Lord will eventually perform his Leela here. So, somehow or other, call of nature, Pulascha Muni had to put down Giriraj in Vrindavan, where the Govardhan is now located, do his duty. And then when he was about to live and he wanted to lift up Govardhan hill, he was not able to do it because that was the contract, that was the agreement. Then, yes, if I'm not able to bring you where I'm supposed to bring you, then okay, be where you are, but I am going to curse you to sink in the size of one mustard seed every day. So right now it's really like going down. Just imagine one seed, a mustard seed, and you line it up 365 like per day sinking. It's quite a distance. So now the Govardhan Puja will teach us a lesson also in such a way that um, the demigods, all their powers actually comes from the Supreme Lord. Um, because every year, certain time, the Brajabasis, 5,000 years ago, that the Lord's pastimes is such a way that he did not speak of what they were doing because they will be doing this worship of King Indra. And one time, Lord Krishna and Lord Balaram, after that pastimes of with the Brahmanas, remember that pastimes of the wives of the Brahmanas, they were hungry, and the wives of the Brahmanas, they gave prasad, they gave food to Lord Krishna and Balaram. So they were staying in that village, which is nearby Govardhan. And he noticed that the Brajabasis headed by Nanda Maharaj, they were preparing so elaborate, a huge amount of offering. So he asked whom you are going to give this to? Whom are you going to offer this to? And then Nanda Baba, he has to reply to his most beloved child. And he says that we're doing this offering as a token of our gratitude towards King Indra because he provides rain. And without his rain, then we'll not be able to have this vegetables or mm, things that we have to eat. But Lord Krishna says, no, King Indra will do his duty, whether you offer him anything for him. No, you don't have to. Actually, it's better that you worship Govardhan, the Brahmanas, and the cows, because they're the ones who actually, if they're pleased, then there'll be an abundance for all of us to, it'll be like, we'll be prosper. So this is what they did instead of worshiping Indra that time. And King Indra became big, angry. He was devastated. Who is this boy who's stopping my worship, the offering that is meant for me? Hmm. As Prabhupada says, we should give respect to the demigods, but our main purpose is to worship the Supreme Lord, who is the source of everything. And so they did, and King Indra became so upset that ultimately hmm, his most powerful, devastating. He wanted actually to kill all the Brajabasis, not just to flood with the rain, uh, but then Lord Krishna exhibited his mystical power, uh, very powerful strength. He is the strongest of everything. He's the strongest of ever compared to everyone. Six opulences. So he lifted Govardhan Hill, and it says that the rain, the water didn't even touch the ground. Even before it touched the uh, Govardhan Hill, it become dried up by lifting with his left pinky the Govardhan Hill. And everyone was so afraid. Everyone was so afraid that, oh, the whole uh, Govardhan will drop, will fall down, and everyone will be smashed. And even the uh, elderly cowherd man, they use their sticks to hold, thinking that, oh, we need to hold the Govardhan hill, otherwise Krishna may be not able because of he's not strong enough. But nevertheless, they learn a lesson that no, Krishna can do it. So for 7 days, they did this, having a darshan of the Lord. So one of the lessons that we should learn from here is that um, we should be humble. Uh, King Indra is always seems to be in the scriptures that is always like being in trouble because of being proud. Um, we have to somehow um, also look deep within us that this ego, which is the thickest of them all, that we have to curtail this, especially by chanting the holy name of the Lord, follow the instructions coming from Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and our spiritual master, hmm, to be humbler than a blade of grass, more tolerant than a tree, and be ready to offer respects to others and not expecting any respects towards ourselves. We should also, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that because the Govardhan hill is none other than Krishna, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told us that we should not step on the hill. Mm, we should not step on the hill. And be careful also because devotees, they want to worship Giriraj. They would take Giriraj Shilas from the Govardhan hill. It should not be. It says that if ever you will want to worship Giri Govardhan, then you should ask permission from your Guru Maharaj or the Brajabasis, and usually the Brajabasis will not give you. And if you somehow you will take, you should also put the same amount of gold the replacement of the weight, the same weight as the Govardhan Shila. The Brajabasis, they don't want to have Giriraj go outside of Vrindavan. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he didn't go up in the hill, but also at the same time, he worshipped Govardhan Shila, whom he gave to Srila Raghunath Das Goswami. Ah, so for us, we should be completely dependent on Krishna. Um, just worship Lord Krishna and everything will be taken care of. We should be steadfast in our execution of bhakti. Hmm? We should be attentive in our japa. We should have increased our faith and our spiritual master, Guru Nista. We should read the Shastra every day and mostly associate with the devotees of the Supreme Lord. So in this way, we will have complete dependence on Lord Krishna. Try to help protect the cows also. Just like another name for Lord Krishna is Gopal or Govinda. We should emphasize more that somehow we should help go mata protection, and in this way we'll be able to please the Supreme Lord. So it's 7:15 already. Time goes very fast, and I think I have to stop here now. Half an hour is not enough to tell the whole story, but I just gave you the synopsis to that we should worship Krishna exclusively, and the worship of Govardhan, we should worship him more of he is the Supreme Lord than being a the topmost servant. of the Supreme Lord, because that is the mood that we should try to develop. Okay, I will stop here now. And also, for if you are going to do parikrama, be careful of what you think, because Krishna is on your right hand side, and therefore he knows what are you thinking and what you are meditating upon, and whatever your desire. Govardhan Hill is the hill that fulfills all desires. So one must be very careful in doing so. Hare Krishna.